My vision of leadership has changed a lot over the years. When I was younger, I always thought that leaders were the people you see in movies or on TV. Superheroes, actors, singers, or professional athletes. I used to think that leadership came from fame, and without fame, you couldn't be a leader. That vision changed when I turned 12. Ever since I can remember, I've loved dogs. For the first 12 years of my life, I asked my parents every single day for a dog of my own. They always responded with the same answer. Dogs are a lot of work and a big responsibility. On Christmas morning of my 6th grade year, after years of begging for a puppy, I was finally granted my wish. My parents surprised my brother and I with an 8-week-old, 8-pound yellow lab named Maddie. That's when my vision of leadership began to change. Over the past 6 years, Maddie has taught me more about leadership than I ever thought I would learn. I quickly found out that my parents were right. Taking care of a dog is a lot of work. I think that's the first lesson I learned through taking care of Maddie. My job as her owner was to make sure I fed her twice a day, took her for walks, and taught her some basic commands. She took forever to train, and it tired us both out. But her training was my responsibility, and so I did it. To be a leader, you need to be responsible. You need to take responsibility for something, and you need to work hard to prove you can handle that responsibility so that your followers can trust you. That transitions nicely into the next characteristic of a good leader. They must be trustworthy. Maddie has showed me the importance of loyalty and trust in any relationship between a leader and a follower. Every single morning when I wake up, and every afternoon when I get home from school, Maddie is the very first person to greet me. If she hears my footsteps on the stairs or my car pulling into the driveway, she sprints as fast as possible to meet me at the door with her tail wagging. I can trust that she will be waiting to say hello 100% of the time, and no matter what kind of mood I'm in, her greeting can cheer me up. She doesn't disappoint me, much like a leader should never disappoint his or her followers, or the bond of trust between the two could be broken and never fully heal. I think one of the most important qualities in any leader is enthusiasm. If a leader isn't enthusiastic about what they are doing, none of their followers will be excited about it either. Maddie is probably the most enthusiastic living being I've ever encountered. She gets excited about literally everything. Her walks, her baths, her treats, her toys, her dog friends, the park, my family, and even just getting her belly rubbed. A lot of the time, when it's my turn to take her for a walk, I get really lazy and have a hard time motivating myself to get up and go. But when I see her excitement for her daily walk, it inspires me to get excited too. As well as being enthusiastic on their own, a good leader should be able to feed off of the enthusiasm of their followers, much like I can feed off of the enthusiasm of Maddie. I've spent a lot of time walking Maddie through the neighborhood, and during that time, I've met a lot of really cool fellow dog walkers who have some really cool dogs of their own. Maddie and I have made friends with dogs of all kinds, and she loves them all. It doesn't matter whether she's playing with a 12-pound Chihuahua or a 140-pound Newfoundland. She treats every dog she meets the same way, with love and affection. To be a good leader, you need to accept every one of your followers, like Maddie's local dog friends, for who they are. You need to treat them all with the same amount of respect, without playing favorites to a specific person or group of people. If you treat each of your followers with the same amount of respect, they will have an easier time respecting you and supporting you as their leader. Lastly, a good leader should always be sympathetic to their followers' problems and willing to help with them whenever possible. Help doesn't always mean lending a literal hand or assisting physical work. Sometimes the best kind of help is completely emotional. A good leader should make sure her followers know that she is always willing to help them by listening to their problem and trying to figure out the best solution. You might not think a dog can provide that type of emotional support, but I would argue that they can be the best listeners, even if it's only because they aren't able to talk back. Maddie has helped me with my schoolwork countless times, just by lying by my side as I did homework and staying near me over the course of my studying. So, to be a successful leader, you don't have to be a celebrity. You don't have to be famous, and you don't have to be all over the television screen, like I used to think. All you need to be a successful leader is a few important qualities, and one loyal follower to share those qualities with. Leaders should always remember the loyalty that one follower, even just one dog, can give them, and work hard to earn it.